Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Do you want to hear a story? I'm not letting go.
Are you ready for this?
Follow your heart.
I'm going in.
This is
Blockbuster Smash Up.
Welcome to another episode of Blockbuster Smash Up. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and as each episode, I'll be joined by my wonderful co-host, Todd G. Levin, and our special guests as we try to smash one globally accepted good film and one globally accepted bad film into one hopefully cohesive new film for you guys. We try. We really do. And with that said, let's dive in and meet our guests. All right, I'm here with my co-host, Todd G. Levin.
Hi.
And we'll be meeting our guests. I have here a returning guest,
Yay.
Kelly Egan.
Hey.
Who manages influencer relations at Golan for Nintendo of America. Kelly, welcome back.
Thanks. Good to be here.
And we have here as well Mel Marquez, senior publicist at M4PR.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Welcome,
thanks.
Mel.
Thank you.
Now, Kelly's been through this. We have some induction ceremonies that we have to do.
Yes.
God.
We've lit this archway upon fire. So
Let's
if
get
you
the
can
swords.
run, yeah.
Get
Oh,
the
yeah. Should
swords
we?
out.
Wait. No, lightsabers, because we've been talking about Star Wars. Come
lightsabers,
on.
yes.
We just had those made. The production to make those lightsabers,
Damn it.
real
Yeah.
functioning lightsabers, very expensive. turns
Yeah,
out.
and it
All
actually
in post.
takes a proton pack.
It really does.
Yeah, so we
Oh,
were
wow.
reusing some other
It's
things.
true.
that
We borrowed it. This fire station had some old equipment we found in
was it slimy for some reason?
It was, very strangely.
How did you know that, Mel?
Yeah, Mel.
Either that or marshmallows were on it. I don't know.
There's so much I don't know about firemen.
I
and
tasted it,
apparently
and
has
it
to do
did
with
taste like marshmallows.
A little roasted. I love it.
just be some old, crusty marshmallows on that equipment. I like how your first thought is like, so this is a nuclear-powered device. There seems to be white, hard substance.
Hard
on the
white
outside of it.
substance.
I
Ew.
think I'm going to stick this substance in my mouth.
This
Yeah,
Geiger
just like
counter's
it.
going crazy. What will it do in my mouth?
So how we kick off each episode is we typically ask a personal question
God.
to keep in a black book stored in a thing along with the Ark of the Covenant.
What's the most well-worn tape or DVD or mostly VHS that you had as a kid that you watched so many times that you wore out the tracking and the leader and all that kind of stuff? Just the one VHS that, you know, was almost legendary to your childhood.
Who would like to go first?
I will, I guess. So I don't actually remember the name of this VHS. It was folk stories and fairy tales, but it was done by a production company overseas because none of it was in English.
Was it?
Oh.
But some of them were, but they were dubbed into English. So it was various animation companies did folk tales.
Cool.
Of like
Nice.
The Boy Who Cried Wolf and Hansel and Gretel, and then dubbed it over into English. But it was originally done in their original language. So it was
Were they-
Like the Hans Christian Andersen type stories,
Kind of.
everything in
Yeah, yeah, so-
regular.
Were they
It
like
had-
European or?
it had
Yeah.
some of those folk
Were they
but then it
white
had,
people
like,
is, I guess,
African
what I'm
folk
asking.
tales.
Oh, nice.
Like
Oh, that's
why,
awesome. What,
why
like-
the mosquito whispers in your ear.
Anansi? Is Anansi in there?
Oh,
Yeah,
Nancy the
Anansi.
Spider, my
Yeah.
favorite.
And then so every story is animated differently and dubbed differently, kind of. There, you could tell that there was one guy that they used for like in some capacity for both female and male. Anyways,
Because he
Well,
was
that'd
the only
be
one who
interesting.
spoke the language.
yeah, or it was like we have enough budget to hire two people to do voices.
We can only
great.
get these two people.
My favorite story on that was the legend of the Big Dipper and why the Big Dipper exists.
Whoa.
And
I
that's
know
another story another time.
0% about the Big Dipper.
Could you-
I would love to hear the
Could you
legend.
tell us a short?
It's
Yeah.
I think from Finland. No, because it says like this is from Germany and like this folktale's from this country, and then that country animated it. So the Big Dipper story is a little girl and her father live in the woods. The father gets sick. There's a drought, and the little girl runs out every night to gather the dew from the leaves that freezes because that was the only water that she could find, and she gathers it all night in this dipper, which is what they used to go from well water to a bucket. And she runs around all night, and at the very end of the night, she only has enough for like one sip, and she gives it to her father, even though she's like,
Dying of thirst.
dying of thirst.
Yeah.
And she does it for X amount of nights, and then the heavens like see how selfless this girl is, and she collapses almost dead. And
Because
the
she
stars,
hasn't drank anything herself.
She hasn't drank anything in like a week
Wow.
or whatever, 3 days. And the stars come down, and they fill up her dipper permanently. So it's just like a constant stream. She gets water for her and her
It's
grandmother.
very sweet.
And then it disappears and goes up into the sky and the drought ends. So like and the way it was animated was very like blue, very like Last Unicorn. So it was very pretty. And her voice was like, Father, I'll help you. Come on.
Wait, and it was a man who did that.
and it wasn't a horror story.
No, it wasn't. No, it was like, and like the sound effects are very much like.
Was that her choking on the water that she was
That
trying
was
to
like
drink?
falling and like one sound effect in one episode you'd see like in the next episode in the same like in a different way
Oh, that's
because
funny.
it was one English dubbing
Wow.
company. But
Now, Patrick
multiple.
Stewart, we know you've done a lot of voiceover
Yeah.
work before,
Yes.
but we're going to want you to dig deep for that little girl.
Yeah. So this
Ew.
VHS was. I think it was actually it probably was from the 70s. Now that I think about it, it looked like The Hobbit.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, you have some time to think about it.
I know.
You gotta
I
choose
had
one.
So many VHSs, but the one, and I have to blame one summer where my entire family was in summer school, all my sisters and my mom, and I was forced to stay in the library for like 6 hours. And I know it's not one, but two VHSs.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
And the two VHSs were Hoosiers and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yes, that is the correct answer. That is the correct
So,
answer.
For both of those, I actually had to buy new VHSs because I
because the old
wore
one
them
was
down.
so worn out?
Yeah.
I watched each of those. I watched Hoosiers, then Bill and Ted's, then Hoosiers, then Bill and Ted's, and then Bill and Ted's again in one day,
That's amazing.
waiting for them to finish college, and
I
then I'd go swimming.
understand why you would favor Bill and Ted over Hoosiers.
Of course.
No offense to Hoosiers, but Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure
Yeah.
is only one of the greatest films of all time.
Thank you. Again,
And-
I mean, it has-
And the sequel
and it
is
was filmed
almost
right
better.
by my house. So of course,
wow.
I,
Oh, really?
I lived right by San Dimas, and of course,
It's
well,
computers.
it's supposed to be right by San Dimas, but it wasn't filmed there. So going to the high school, I'm like, this is not San Dimas High. and there's no Circle K by us.
Oh, really?
The closest Circle K is in Corona.
Oh, wow.
Were you sending in those letters when you were younger? Like, by the way, I would like to clarify that there are no Circle K's here.
I had a typewriter near me, and I actually started typing out letters.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Wow. Well, guys, we learned a lot. We learned a lot off mic and on mic about you. And that'll be taking us into our game, Blockbuster Smash Up.
Smash, 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 smash.
All right, this is Blockbuster Smash Up. This is the game where we take one globally accepted good film and smash it together with one globally accepted bad film to create a hopefully new film for everyone that you enjoy and leaves us all feeling pretty good.
I have just such a doozy for you guys.
No,
I feel like the full pride and joy of Dr. Forrester and Pearl that I'm about to unleash this just evil monstrosity upon
God.
you. So here we go.
On the count of three.
Yes, you have the good film.
I have the good film.
And
You have the
I
bad
obviously
film.
have the bad
I
film.
hope so.
Yes.
With that kind of intro.
Oh, yeah.
All right. One,
1,
2, 3. E.T.
Xanadu.
Yes!
my God.
Oh, God.
Yes, you did E.T.
I did E.T.
Yes. Oh, E.T. and Xanadu. That's a great matchup.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Xanadu?
Do you guys know what Xanadu is?
I have not seen Xanadu. I have not seen
So-
Xanadu.
Have you guys seen E.T.?
Oh,
Is that the
my
one with
God.
Sean Connery?
No, that's
you're
Zardoz.
You're thinking of Zardoz.
Yeah, Zardoz. That's the
Where,
other terrible movie.
Sean Connery is wearing a red
Loincloth.
loincloth.
Yeah, that's
I've
a
not seen
great
it.
And a
movie.
ponytail.
Sings that song Xanadu. Is
What's
that
that?
the same? What's her?
Olivia Newton-John?
Olivia Newton-John.
Xanadu. I've been listening to the soundtrack since because guess what? That entire soundtrack is full of ELO, Electric Light Orchestra,
nice.
and Jeff Lynne did the entire soundtrack, and the soundtrack is fantastic.
Wow.
The movie is not.
What? Surprise.
Wow.
So Xanadu
Yeah, you gotta
is,
tell us about it.
Okay, Xanadu is a disco rollerblading musical. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all you need to say. Disco rollerblading musical.
Exactly. Okay, so basically, Olivia Newton-John is one of the 9 muses of Zeus,
What?
Okay.
who's sent down from Mount Olympus or heaven or wherever the fuck to Santa Monica, California.
Oh my God.
Runs into a Michael Beck, the artist, the guy from Warriors, the tall guy from Warriors.
Okay.
Runs into Michael Beck on rollerblades and imbues in him, I guess, because he's a struggling artist, a muse, I guess. And she runs off, kisses him and runs off, and he's like smitten immediately by this amazing
Stranger that just kissed
magical
him on
woman.
the
Yes.
street?
And it's
Well,
Sandra
she's a
Dee.
muse.
Then then once he learns that his next job as an artist is to recreate this painting of a album cover with her on it. What? He's like immediately like, okay, that's it. That's a sign from the heavens. I need to find this girl. He goes in search of her and instead comes across an old man playing a clarinet on the beach, played by Gene Kelly.
What? Nice.
Who's in this movie.
Nice. I forgot.
Olivia Newton-John, Michael Peck, tall guy from Warriors, and Gene fucking Kelly.
Tap dancing Gene Kelly.
Tap dancing Gene Kelly. Tap dancing in this movie, rollerblading Gene Kelly.
What?
Yes.
And the two, he learns from...
How many people rollerblade in this film?
All of them at the end.
All of them rollerblade?
Wait, is it rollerblading, roller skating?
Roller skating.
Oh, okay.
You're
Very
right.
important.
You're right. Roller skating.
We don't get any Gene Kelly.
You are correct. You are correct.
We don't get to see Gene Kelly grinding on some rails in this film.
Well, he grinds, but not on some rails.
So we learn that Gene Kelly was actually in the Glenn Miller band. That's why he's playing clarinet on the beach.
course.
And then
Are
suddenly...
clarinets popular beach instruments?
Oh, yeah.
Is this something I don't know
Yes.
about?
Oh, yeah.
8
Most
years.
woodwinds.
He somehow, after his Glenn Miller band days, he became a wealthy architect.
Sure.
And now he's retired, but he's a billionaire architect.
A billionaire architect?
Playing on the beach.
Playing on the beach clarinet because he's retired, so he has nothing to
Yeah.
do. He's
So
a real...
next time you see a clarinet player on the beach,
Don't
get
give
to
them
know
money.
That's right.
don't give them money.
They're a billionaire.
Or maybe get to know them because they're a billionaire.
He's a real Art Vandelay, this guy.
There you go.
So anyway, the two of them join in the search for this muse and also come across a mutual dream of the two of theirs to create a venue for 80s rock and roll music, 40s swing music, and roller skating.
Yes.
And they name it Xanadu, the place where nobody dared to go, the love that we've come to know. They call it
You are repeating the lyrics.
Xanadu.
Oh.
Roger Ebert gave this movie 2 stars, and my favorite thing that he said about the movie was, the dance numbers in this movie do not seem to have been conceived for film. And another fun fact about this movie is that this, along with another movie that came out the same year called Can't Stop the Music, actually inspired the invention of the Razzies. So this is one of the worst movies of all time because it created the Razzies.
My film is E.T.
Yes.
Short for Extra-Terrestrial.
Oh, I thought it was E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial.
Oh, you know
It's
what? Maybe
E.T.
it is.
colon
Yes.
the Extra.
Well, I don't think his name's actually E.T.
But it stands
No,
for
they call them
Extra-Terrestrial,
ET.
right?
They call him E.T.
Yeah.
But I believe it
They call
stands for
you-
Extra-Terrestrial.
Well, he names himself E.T.
That's right. Now, fun fact, there actually was a name planned for E.T., and I could actually tell you what it is.
Was it
Yes.
Zardoz?
But should I not?
Was
Because
it
I feel like
Xanadu?
it's horrible.
No, tell us.
Please tell us.
Messiah?
Was
Okay.
it Brian?
It's a... Okay. So, fun fact, E.T.'s real name in a sequel that was planned.
Wow.
It was going to be called E.T. 2, Nocturnal Fears.
No.
Oh, no.
That
Where-
sounds quite sexual.
Oh my God.
Where Elliot and his friends are kidnapped by other aliens, and E.T. would come to their rescue. It would also reveal that E.T.'s real name is
Carl.
Zrek.
Shrek? Oh, no, it's Zrek.
Zrek. Z-R-E-K. Zrek.
Zrek.
I just think
mean,
Shrek.
So close to Shrek.
I
So
just think
close to Shrek.
so
Yeah.
close.
I like Carl better. Yeah.
Okay, so the plot of E.T.
Okay.
For anyone who hasn't seen it or didn't finish it, like Mel.
Sorry.
Sorry, we're gonna get to the ending. A alien is left stranded in Los Angeles.
Yep.
The Valley.
In the Valley.
Worse.
Important distinction. Important
Worse than
distinction.
LA.
No, come back, and they leave him behind. And he comes across a family, and the family, by the way, the main character of this film, besides E.T., is Elliot. Elliot is a young boy that finds E.T.
Are they playing D&D in the beginning?
Yes.
What are they playing?
And his
So they're
parents are
nerds.
divorcing.
What?
They're
playing
nerds
D&D?
with.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
Yeah.
they're playing D&D in the beginning with the pizza, and they're all
Yeah.
sitting around. And
Also, the mom is the only parent we see for
It's
most
because
of the
they're
film.
divorcing.
Whoa.
It's Drew Barrymore
Drew
asked
Barrymore?
about dad,
Yeah.
and like she's
Okay.
like, and then she slams something
Oh,
down.
that's right. They are going through divorce. Whoa. I was just like, hey, that pizza looks pretty delicious.
Yeah.
So
Reese's Pieces.
So basically, E.T. spends the movie with the help of Elliot to try to construct like an antenna, a satellite to reach out to his family to get home, to phone home. Meanwhile, the government is searching for E.T. They're kind of the villains of this movie, who are portrayed amazingly through like flashlights, and you never see their face. Eventually, E.T. is found by the government. They take him away from Elliot. He becomes sick. They start like trying to
So does
figure him
Elliot.
out, and Elliot becomes sick because of the connection. Eventually, they manage to get E.T. out of the government's grasp, get him back to the woods where he was first left, and his family returns, and he goes home. So, some fun facts about this film. Elliot constantly leaves Reese's Pieces for E.T. to eat and follow. It's kind of like his breadcrumbs he leaves to get him to go places. They originally approached M&M's to put M&M's in the film, and M&M's were like, no, we don't want to be in this film about aliens or whatever. Reese's Pieces was like, yeah, thumbs up. They got a 65% surge in sales. 65%.
God.
Even 10 or 5 would have been like, oh, crap. But like 65? Also, E.T.'s face is based on a combination of poet Carl Sandburg, Albert Einstein, and a pug. All meshed into one.
You know what? I could actually see
singular.
That's actually really accurate. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, so
We had to put these two
somehow
films
E.T.
together.
and Xanadu have to come
Honestly?
together. We like to start with a cold open.
We gotta have a cold open.
And I think the cold open needs to exist in a space-like
Yes.
place called Mount Olympus.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
right? Where either Olivia Newton-John is an alien.
For sure.
With the pug face.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
Well, now we have
And
to yes
eyeliner.
this.
And eyeliner.
And polyester,
Polyester,
and
everything.
and roller
Yes.
skates
Oh,
and
it's
all
like
the
when
whole
E.T.
deal.
dresses up in the wig.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Yes.
That's all I got.
that
Let's just
photo.
use that.
That's
There we
yeah.
go.
Olivia
Mental image.
They still had the puppet. They were like, let's do it.
Alien Newton-John.
Alien Newton-John.
Alien Newton-John.
That's it.
Got it.
That is it.
Rolling.
So Alien Newton-John is on Mount Olympus.
It's like a sci-fi musical is what we're creating here,
Yes.
I guess.
Oh, it's gold so far.
Yeah.
So Alien Newton-John goes, I guess they muse it up on Earth.
Alien Newton-John is sent to Earth to
To help this kid because his parents are going through
through a divorce,
Yes.
eh?
A divorce. Now, here's the thing. This kid, as a kid, their interests are very weird and scatterbrained.
Yes.
And this kid is all big into roller skating.
And
Yes.
40s swing music.
And 40s swing
Kid
music.
loves Glenn Miller Band.
And the
Exactly.
power of Alien Newton-John is to like help in whatever the interest is, but it's a kid's interest, so it's like, okay, I guess we'll make this possible. So Alien Newton-John is left down to help this kid, but I think because Alien Newton-John is struggling, she is left behind. She doesn't
Yes.
make it back to Olympus. Like she has she clocks in for like maybe 5 hours, gives some words of wisdom to an artist or someone normally, and then just pieces out.
Right.
Also, you don't want to hang out too long down there because you look like Alien Newton-John.
Right.
And there might be some questions asked. It's kind of like if Mary Poppins is around for too long, like, oh crap. Well, I don't have any more wisdom, so eat these Reese's Pieces. Maybe that'll help. It's like,
And I think part of the emotional crux between the relationship, because they develop a nice relationship, these two. Alien Newton-John is an alien.
Yes.
Yeah.
This kid, he's a 11-year-old kid or a 10-year-old kid,
Yeah.
and he's into Glenn Miller Band.
Roller skating, D&D.
He feels alien
Yes.
to his friends and to his family and to his like world or whatever. So I think that's like where these two kind of.
Yeah, let's get Real Actors Studio in here.
Yes.
How's those relations?
I think that's where they grow, I guess, an emotional attachment.
Because she realizes she cannot return until she fixes this.
She cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
she
it's
cannot
like an
come back.
unsaid rule, but like she really cannot go home.
Right.
Until
She
this
can't. She can't quantum leap out of there until she's done.
And of course, this is all because of a girl.
Of a girl.
Because
Yes.
Elliot has a crush
Oh.
on the blonde girl in science class.
Exactly.
And so Alien Newton-John decides, we're going to impress the socks off of this
Yes.
lady with all of your
somehow with all of these things, we're
You're
gonna
going to
we're
learn
gonna
how
put
to
on-
like the clarinet,
You're gonna learn how to-
like Glenn Miller.
Yeah.
And we're going to
They're
put
gonna
on
do
a
this little-
show.
Yes.
And the show will not only get your parents back together,
Yep.
but it'll get you that date to the semi-junior, senior,
Oh, yeah.
or whatever prom. What do 11-year-olds go to?
11.
Semi-formal?
Oh, the
Yes,
Sadie Hawkins.
Sadie
dance.
Hawkins, there we
Sadie
go.
Hawkins.
Sadie
11-year-olds have Sadie Hawkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually she has to ask him, but he needs to then become like a viable askee in order to get asked.
He's
to
got to
the Sadie
ensure
Hawkins.
that ASCII.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
he's got to get her attention. It's
Yeah,
kind of like goes back
exactly.
to the Goofy movie. You gotta stand up and put on the big show to get her attention.
I just love all
So,
these
like
little
it.
movies that we're pulling
Yeah.
out of
pull,
like,
pull a few things into
Goofy
it.
movie.
Look, Xanadu needs a little help, Todd. Needs a little help in the plot department.
Well, what we're gonna do
man.
is they need a benefactor.
Yeah.
They
They
need
need
to
someone to
find
make
a
this money
guy.
happen.
I need that billionaire.
Where's that billionaire?
Yeah, who's that
Where is he?
billionaire?
I'm trying to work Gene Kelly into an ET environment. But the problem is there aren't enough adults in ET.
Yeah.
Gene Kelly is probably one of the teachers
One
at
of
the
the
school,
teachers.
right? Yeah.
Who is
Or the
sort
principal.
So I think
Yeah.
instead of putting on like a huge production through the help of a clarinet playing billionaire, because why would a kid
Yeah.
have access to that? I think it's the kid reaches out to like the music instructor of the
Yes.
school.
Hey,
like,
there you go.
They have
That's it.
they have like rehearsals, or they have like, you know, shows at school. Schools have like theaters, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like it reaches out to the
And
theater
it's Gene
instructor.
motherfucking Kelly.
It's Gene
Yes.
Kelly, and it's like, Gene Kelly, I need to impress a girl.
Maybe he's actually Gene Kelly. In
Yes.
the 80s, he
Whoa.
becomes a school teacher.
Yeah.
And everyone, he's
Part-time.
a washed up actor, you know, washed up, like, you know, and everyone knows, it's like, oh, that's Gene Kelly. He was in some movies or something.
Yeah.
And then,
Until it
Oh
rains.
man, I love actual
Until it
Gene
rains.
Kelly is is like his own muse as well.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, we can tie in that Gene Kelly feels like he hasn't been in touch with a muse in a while, and that's why he's gone to a theater. So now, as the kid is getting what he wants, Gene Kelly also gets what he needs from the muse as well.
You know, so it's really about this musical-loving little boy who is visited by an alien Olivia Newton-John
Wait, is
muse.
this kid making Starlight Express? It's like, yes, is that what's happening right here? Because that's what a musical with roller skates is.
Yes.
It's Starlight
Oh my
Express.
God.
Yes, that's
Pretty
pretty
much.
much is what's happening
Pretty
here.
much.
Wow, we have
Hard
like
not
Andrew
to.
Lloyd Webber in the back of the show, like, guys, I've got an idea based on this. This is how Starlight Express happened.
Aliens and roller skates.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
into
But
it.
I'm kind of big into trains, so we'll see what happens.
I think he has to just wear roller skates the whole time. The kid.
Yeah,
And I
Clearly.
think Alien Newton-John's hoping that this spectacle is spectacular and as distracting in order to bring her home ship back down or to open up that
Oh,
channel
so
again.
she wants it to be
she
so
has-
big,
so big
that it could be seen from space.
And then she's like,
Xanadu.
maybe this
That's
is how I'll be
Xanadu.
able to get back home and phone back home through the
Yes.
power
And
of
do
roller
they call the
skating.
show Xanadu?
That's the Sadie Hawkins dance.
Oh,
Is Xanadu.
It's called Xanadu.
Yeah, it's
So,
called
Xanadu.
so the whole school is looking for a theme for the dance, for the
Yes.
Sadie Hawkins dance, and this kid who is like the biggest loser in the whole school, nobody likes him or whatever.
Roller skates
He
in class
roller
and
skates
everything.
all around.
Yeah.
He likes D&D. He likes 40s swing and Glenn Miller and all this kind of stuff.
And ELO.
He is, and ELO, of course. Of course, yeah. The music of the entire film is
Yes.
is inspired.
Oh,
I
and
think,
there
by
are
ELO.
tons of dance numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tons of dance numbers.
Yeah.
with
Even
this
ones that you
alien.
don't even need. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Like hall pass, like
Going
a
to the
hall pass
bathroom.
scene. Yeah, going to the
Yes.
going to the bathroom. There's all these.
Amazingly, the Hall Pass will actually be the one that goes big. Like, it's like a
That's
Let
the
It Go.
number one single.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's Let It Go, but it's
Yeah.
called Hall Pass.
Right. I need a hall pass. Yeah, it's very much.
Wait,
yeah.
with the water dumping it. Yes. Come on.
There's a bucket somewhere in the middle of the
He
hallway.
does that before he has to go.
No, it's in the science class. The science class, he pulls the chemical burn.
Oh, yeah, the chemical shower. Yeah.
and
Shower.
he's like
I love
dancing
it.
with his roller skates,
Yes.
and yeah. And maybe can anyone see Alien Newton-John, or is it just him?
Oh, I think we do, because I think what we have to have a conflict. The
Yes.
primary conflict is the kid, trying to get the girl, and Gene Kelly even has who's the mentor of this kid, is feeling a little bit like he's getting some rekindling back with this muse in his life. He's putting on the best show of his life.
Right.
Okay, I have the best thing for her.
Okay.
Oh, I
She's
thought
a
it was something-
substitute teacher.
Oh,
at
so
the
she comes
school,
on as a sub?
So she could be there with
So
him
she can be there with him.
everywhere.
Nice.
And that's how Gene Kelly, they meet over in the teacher's lounge over a cup
boy.
of
Yeah.
coffee. And he realizes, he's like, why am I getting the sensation? He starts doing his little tap dancing.
Hey.
And everything is
And I think there's something where Elliot's mom, she's been working overtime, but
Exactly.
she's
Yeah.
she's doing she's trying her best. And I think eventually her and this Gene Kelly character,
Yes.
maybe there's
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Yep.
I like it.
30 years
The
to see
alien Newton-John invites Gene Kelly over for dinner, basically.
Over
Yes.
to her.
I think over to the house.
maybe Alien Newton-John is posing as Elliot's mother
Oh,
Whoa.
for this time being.
okay.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
Like,
nobody has seen her because she's been working
because she's been
overtime.
working so hard.
Nobody knows
Nobody's
who she
seen.
is.
So, like, as far as Gene Kelly is concerned, this is
So it's
Elliot's
like a
mom.
quick lie. Like, who are you again? I'm his mom.
And
of
then
course.
later, there's obviously a big dinner scene where obviously the mom comes home and Alien Newton-John is
Yes.
there, Gene Kelly's there, the kid's there. Gene Kelly's like,
And how this is shot, she still looks like Alien Newton-John, but Gene Kelly just cannot tell the difference.
maybe they
between the
dress
two
her
of them.
like Elliot and his little sister dress, her up to look less like a pug alien.
That would be a terrifying
Yeah.
scene. I'm just like his horrible human mask over the.
But if
face.
they go to the muse, to the whole thing with muses, is that you see what you want.
see what you wanna
What
see.
you want, yeah.
And
Okay.
so
That's
she
why-
could have that aspect of you see what you want to see. I could look just like Elliot's mother.
I don't want Alien Newton-John
nice.
to say a word through the
do
whole
that.
movie. Because I don't.
That's fine.
Because I
That's
think
fine.
on
So
their end,
Alien Newton-John literally says
doesn't
nothing.
say any, just gives looks and
That's
like
terrifying.
is known just
No,
for, like,
I like Gene Kelly just kind of like it pulls it out of him, kind of like, oh well, how do you know Elliot? And like E.T. just kind of bobs the head a little bit to the left or the right, and it's just like, oh, so okay, well, I'd love to get to know more of the students. I mean, if I could come by, I mean, if you guys are making dinner and then Alien Newton-John like dips the head again, it's like, oh, 8 o'clock, dips the head to the right, yeah, I'll be there for sure, and then just walks out of the room.
And he twinkle toes out of the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think she should still make E.T.'s like noises, like.
But she does it after he leaves.
Yeah.
Like she's so excited. It's the rubbing of her hands.
Yeah.
She just sounds like a conehead.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think Newton-John, I think she's gonna win an Academy Award.
Of
for
course.
this.
Oh,
This
I mean, it's
episode.
the greatest mute alien pug-faced performance that cinema's
Anyone's
ever seen.
ever done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we get to I think the final act it's got to be during Xanadu.
Oh,
It's gotta be during the dance.
So how does Elliot get the girl at school to ask him to the Sadie Hawkins dance? Maybe he doesn't. And then she's going with someone else, and it's at the dance that the
He's gotta win her back.
That maybe
Yeah.
the muse convinces him to go.
And they know that the last dance is the most important dance of any dance.
Right.
Yes.
So Alien Newton-John convinces Elliot to go stag and to impress this girl with this giant dance number that they've been practicing the whole time with Gene Kelly and with they've been
And
like
it's a
practicing
duo,
this number.
and it's a duo on skates.
Yeah.
So it's something that he's got to skate with a
Yeah.
partner, and he's got to go up to her. I think at the end, he's got to be like, I can't do this alone, and he puts down 2 roller skates on the ground. Would you skate with me?
skate with me.
And
Let's
then
ride.
and they have a Starlight Expressy on like ramps and
Oh
and, like,
yeah.
That's the point where the mom
Comes in.
Yeah.
I think there's a moment in the roller skating song that there's an interlude of tap dancing where Gene Kelly just
goes to town.
Just goes to
That's
town
when
on
Gene
that
Kelly
dance
wins
floor.
over Elliot's mom.
That's right. And Elliot's mom's like, who's that Twinkle Toes amazing
I
guy?
love it.
And with the help of Alien Newton-John, they actually blow the roof
Yes.
physically off of the amphitheater that they're holding this in roller skating rink. And the lights shine so bright
off the strobe lights off of the disco
off
ball.
of the disco ball
Yeah.
that,
And their hearts.
that Alien Newton-John's pug-faced muse friends from Mount Olympus in space see it.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, that must be where
Let's
she
not
is.
forget we have Mount Olympus aliens.
In space.
Yes.
Even the audience is like, oh right, that was the plot
Right,
point of this movie.
right.
Yes.
And
just like Xanadu.
and they come down, and at the end, I think what has to happen is they all come down in a giant spaceship.
I say the gods over in Mount Olympus are ELO.
Oh,
And when they come
shit.
down and they play and he sings,
That's awesome.
and does his dance with it,
Excellent.
and it just
it blows their minds. And
everything.
Right.
I think-
and
Yes.
everyone's heads explode.
Yes.
Alien Newton-John has to have a moment because again, she's never been on Earth this long. It's
Right.
always been a few hours.
Is there a
But it's
sick
been
sh-
days. So
Yeah.
I think they're like even she doesn't want to go because she's
Yeah.
like, I've actually kind of liked it here more than being here a few more hours.
Right.
Like,
They appreciated her.
I love ELO, but like there's a lot of cool shit down here on Earth,
Exactly.
and they
There's
have
more
like,
music.
There's more music, a lot more opportunities.
Does she want to stay?
I think she has like a moment where like she wants to stay, but like she looks at Gene Kelly, she looks at the kid, and she realizes like my work is done here. Like there might be more kids or more people that need my help, and she gives a nice big hug, and I think she goes back with ELO.
Look,
So Elliot gains a girlfriend and the respect of the entire school.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think after this, everyone's just rollerblading.
I think
everywhere.
starts
and
a whole
playing
new
D&D.
and playing
Yeah.
D&D
Yeah.
and
Yes.
ELO just playing all over the place.
huge cultural shift in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to
Yes.
Elliot.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And ELO is like the Beatles of the 80s.
It's like Bill and Ted's, where their song it just like
It changes
gets-
the world.
It
Unites
changes
the
the, world and
planets
unites
and-
the planet.
Exactly.
No more war.
You know what? There's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
about
It-
roller
it's-
skating and D&D that just I don't know makes my day.
I say it hits one of the satellites and it goes on everybody's TV and they
Oh, wow.
see that last
Oh,
dance.
yeah.
and
ELO
they realize,
saves the world.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a powerful film.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's our movie.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And what's it called?
So what is this film
Oh,
called?
It's-
Okay,
we got Xanadu and E.T.
Xanity.
Sanity.
Sounds like a manatee.
Sanity.
It's humanity. It's
Ooh.
Xanity.
Xanity.
I like that.
And you know a lot of product placement there. You can have your Xanity before you go see Xanity.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna put
Yeah.
ET. That Alien Newton-John is. I mean, that's money right
Poster
there. The
tags.
stuffed animals everywhere.
Poster tags are going to say rollerblading, musical, Dungeons and Dragons,
Alien gods.
Alien Newton-John.
Save the world.
Exactly.
Gene Kelly.
Yeah.
In case we didn't hit all of the quadrants.
There's just going to be a lot of words on that poster that are just, and everyone's going to be like, what the fuck is
Okay.
this movie?
Because this movie is so absolutely insane, what does the poster of this film look like?
I think it's got to be similar to an ELO album cover.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess a giant multicolored jukebox that acts as a proscenium for a dance space that's also a rollerblading hall. And they're all in roller skates.
Yes.
There's disco ball action going everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
You see Drew Barrymore. You see Gene Kelly.
Every fucking character from the film is on this poster.
Oh yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
Everything is given away.
Everyone.
Gene
Oh, yeah.
Kelly, he's on there in the
Yes.
background, tap
Yep.
dancing. Wait, what is the tag on this poster?
He had one night to shine. And boy, did he.
It's just a matter of fact statement. It's just the plot of the film.
No,
He had a night to shine, and he
no,
did.
it's Xanadu. You're already home.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Because he finally figured out.
Because she wants to.
Yes.
Wow.
Man.
I love that.
That
a
was
lot.
it.
All right, so that'll take us to our game, the old family favorite, Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Marry, fuck, kill. Marry, fuck, kill. Marry, fuck, kill.
All right, this is our game, Marry, Fuck, Kill. This is where we will name 3 movies, both similar in nature. We will all have to decide which movie we would marry, which movie we would fuck, and which movie we would kill. And we can validate it any way we like. It doesn't have to be about the people or the plot of the film. It can be any reason. Todd, what are our 3 films?
Okay, I'm going to go with unconventional Shakespeare adaptations.
Oh.
So we've got The Lion King,
All right.
Okay.
West Side Story, and 10 Things I Hate About You.
Whoa.
These are unconventional Shakespeare adaptations that we must marry, fuck, or kill.
This is tough. You know what? Actually, if
I know it.
Do you know yours, Kelly?
really
Yeah.
not.
Kelly,
All right.
go ahead.
We're gonna fuck 10 things I hate about you.
Oh, wow.
It seems like fun.
True.
There were some high fives that just happened.
Oh, yeah.
10 things you ever
Because I
thought you
feel
weren't
like it would
fuckable.
happen
You are.
either on the football field, on the top
yes,
of the schoolwork
bleachers,
when
yeah.
Stefani was performing. No doubt was singing
Yeah.
at the
Oh,
very.
yeah.
Who was that?
I don't think it was Gwen
No, no, no,
Stefani.
no.
Who was singing that song on the top of that high
Listeners,
school
let us
in
know.
Washington?
We don't
at
have
the
access
end
to
of
the
it?
internet.
And then I'd kill West Side Story.
Oh, poor
Oh,
West Side
sad.
Story.
Only because if I were to marry West Side Story, I
Yeah.
have to marry into like gang urban warfare. And I don't know
But-
how long that's going to last.
Well, here's
Sure,
the thing.
sure.
It's
You may
very, like, choreographed warfare.
You may
I mean,
get
like,
dance
it's-
stabbed at any minute.
But as far as Romeo and Juliet adaptations go, like I'd rather marry into Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet
Yes.
because it's way more sexy and modern and drug fueled.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'd kill West Side Story, and then I'd marry the Lion King because then you get to be king.
It's
and you're a
true.
lion.
And you just can't wait for that, can
You
you?
just can't wait to be
Yeah.
No.
marrying Lion King.
That'd be so cool. I mean, you lost your dad and you had to kill your uncle, but spoilers.
Spoilers for Lion King or Hamlet.
But you get the lady lion, and then you get to be king.
I can go next. I would say I would 100% do all 3 of those things as well. I would fuck 10 Things I Hate About You because, man, that movie is, like, besides it's just fuckable locations, it's just, I mean, Heath Ledger's, there's a lot of gravitas
Heath Ledger,
there.
Julia Stiles, Alex Mack.
Julia Stiles, for sure. Alex
Gordon-Levitt.
Mack. You know what? That's actually a great point to complete my young childhood self of wanting to sleep with Alex Mack. And then I would marry Lion King just because Disney magic at its peak. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
just, it's...
You can't beat the Lion King.
No.
The cell images are great, so the world you're living in is awesome. You've got a pretty dope house. Pride Rock is pretty nice, and you're a monarch. I mean, does it
Yeah.
get any better?
Nah.
And then probably I'd also have to kill West Side Story, only because I like my gang violence very violent. Dance violence is not as entertaining.
And we're singing and we're dancing and shouting.
But it's sexy.
Scary.
Sexy stabbing.
It's sexy. That's why I'd fuck it.
All right, Todd, you would fuck
Exactly.
West Side Story.
I'm going to marry Lion King because of all of the reasons.
Of course.
And I'm going to definitely fuck West Side Story because, I don't know, man, you got some like mid-century New York, just dancey awesomeness
and to be fair,
going on.
the most
you know?
fuckable sea creatures are sharks, and probably the most fuckable air things are jets.
Yes.
So I mean, there you
They're
go.
all phallic looking.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, Jay, those things.
I'm trying to back you up here, Todd.
No, but I'm down with like the whole. I mean, listen, it's like "Luck Be a Lady Tonight," like great songs going on.
Luck
in
Be a
that.
Lady is not West Side
would-
Story. That's Guys and Dolls.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. This guy's no.
It's Maria.
Maria. Anyway,
I want to be in
I'm thinking of
America.
a different movie.
That's a
I
good
want to be in
song.
America.
Anyway, despite having to be in a gang, which, by the way, it's high tension, great for sex, right? It's
Yeah,
dangerous.
very
so
dangerous.
It's exciting, and plus it's not
a lot of choreography in your sex as well.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm up for it.
Yeah, sure.
So, and the thing is that you don't have to.
Rehearsals would be fun.
You don't have to stay there. It's just you're not. It's not a marriage. So there's that, and then I would.
Honey, am I putting on the shoes or am I grabbing the knife? What's happening here?
Both. I'd have to kill 10 Things I Hate About You. Then
Oh.
sorry, everyone that's in it, who's great.
You know, it's real sad.
No pomp and circumstance
I
about that
actually
one.
agree with you on that one.
I'm gonna snuff it.
Oh,
with a
wow.
pillow.
So, Mel, you would also snuff 10 Things I Hate About You.
because of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
oh no!
Sorry, he was great as Janet Jackson. He's done great things.
What?
I just can't.
Wait, what?
I think you said he was Janet Jackson.
Oh,
Did you
did
see
he
the lip
recently?
sync?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh,
He did an
Amazing.
excellent job at
Yeah, he
that.
did a
but
great job.
he just annoys the fuck out of
Oh
me.
yeah. Wow.
Poor Joseph
Annoys me
Gordon-Levitt.
constantly.
Well, you heard it here
No.
first. Publicist Mel Marquez does not like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No, I don't. We'll never work with him either, so it's okay.
Not after this episode.
Exactly.
Everyone listens, so
No.
you know.
Joseph, don't look. You write in letters all the time. Just keep it to yourself. All right.
Keep it to yourself. Yes. I'm gonna go marry West Side Story.
Whoa.
So wait, you're gonna fuck Lion King?
I'm gonna fuck.
Why
Lion
would you?
King.
Oh
fuck
my
Lion
Shit.
God.
Hold on. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get to why Lion
So
King.
excited.
backwards.
I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
I want to hear that last one for
marry,
sure. Why are you
marry
marrying
West Side Story to have Tony sing to you like that with that
Ooh.
love
True.
and that everything. You know, he would sacrifice his family for you.
That's
everything.
It is Romeo and Juliet.
It is Romeo and
so-
Juliet.
It's very
It's
romantic.
Very romantic.
And again, that version of them, they're not 13 years old, like the original Romeo and Juliet.
Oh yeah, right.
They're actually older who can make decisions.
Yeah, they
and
understand
figure-
life
they
a little bit more.
understand.
And they've been getting, there's a lot of dance knifing,
Yeah.
so they kind of know what's on the line. in life.
Exactly. And you know what? Some of our families have some past, that are not.
Look,
well,
my
faded
family
past.
big into dance stabbing, big into it, but I accept them.
Yeah,
just
so
how
it's
we
like,
do.
That's fine. The zoot suits were part of ours, so I like the newer version with the zoot suiters. So marry, fuck Lion King.
Okay,
Because-
why are you fucking lying?
The good way. The good way.
The good way. Be a fucking courtesan for the Lion King. You get everything, and you don't have to put up with him on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, you're talking about like being one of the lion harem.
Total.
so you wanna-
no, not a
Sweet.
harem. No, the only one.
No. You want to? She wants to. She
Soul
wants to
mistress
feel
of
that.
King
mistress.
Simba.
Todd,
Yes.
she wants to feel that love tonight.
I
She
thought
wants
you were
to-
going to go the opposite way.
But fuck Hamlet.
With Scar.
I'm like, with Hamlet, come on, because you could go.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, Nala, that
Hamlet,
scene in the
who lives.
jungle.
That is some sexy
By the
way, I mean,
shit.
That's porn for kids.
That's porn for furries
Seriously,
as well.
it is. It is furry porn.
Here's the thing. I mean, could there be a
Yes.
better sex location than that jungle? I mean, that was the
Oh
most
my
beautiful
God.
tropical environment
Yeah.
of all time.
For lions, no.
No, but the
Not a sexier place for lions
But
to
even
fuck.
with that
Yeah,
song,
just
can you
underneath a
feel-
waterfall.
Underneath the waterfall,
in an oasis in the
grass.
desert. Yeah,
But
right.
the can you feel the love tonight? Come on.
Can you feel it, Mel?
Can you feel it
can
now?
really feel the
Feel it.
love.
You can really feel it.
tonight.
You're right. That kind of scene when you're a kid, you're watching, you're like, I hope I get fucked like that one day.
Exactly. That is
I hope I get a good dicking by a waterfall one day. Damn.
That was just her coming.
Yeah.
There's a great
That's
shot.
what the waterfall is a metaphor for.
There's this amazing shot in that movie when they're like pinning each other down again.
Yes.
There's this shot of her where she's just like, you want
Where
it.
she tosses her main
She's
back,
straight up, and it
bare
looks
back.
like she's riding him for a
Yes,
moment, and it's
exactly.
it's hypersexual.
Never gonna be able to
Yes.
see that
She
scene
looks
the
at him.
same again.
Her eyes are animated in the most like we're gonna fuck, aren't we?
It is seductive.
It's amazing.
It is fucking seductive.
I wonder. Well, she's got to be wearing her fuck me pumps during
Oh
that
yeah.
scene.
Oh yeah. They're clear
Yeah.
and plastic.
And platform.
It's like I love it. No, but that's why. That
Who doesn't want to
scene
have sex with Elton
is
John
the
singing
fuck-
to you?
No, I don't know. No.
That's true.
Okay, you lost me on that one. Sorry.
Killed it. Okay.
Killed
Sorry,
the
Elton
bug.
John.
Yeah,
Also a guy who writes a lot of letters. Stop. We get it.
So yeah, so those would be my three.
Wow.
Excellent.
Great validation
Opposite.
on the Lion King.
Excellent.
Come on.
Damn. Who wouldn't fuck Disney?
Yay.
Oh, man. Wow.
Warner
guys.
Brothers.
Oh, shit.
Very
Okay,
nice.
high five.
High fives all around. Well, thank you guys for coming.
Yes, thank you very much.
That was amazing. Thanks for listening. I hope you learned a lot about alien muses and roller skating. And if you're enjoying the show, and if you got a second or two, a quick rating or review on iTunes would be amazing. Or you could share the show with a friend. Either way, we really appreciate your support. And as always, we'll be posting a new episode every other week. And if you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, well, why not head over to partialarc.com? That's ARC with a C. Of course, you can email us any questions or bad movie suggestions at blockbustersmashup@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter and Instagram at partialarc. If you'd like to hear more from Kelly Egan, follow her on Twitter and Instagram at Girl Meets Bear. And if you want to follow up with Mel Marquez, you can do that on Twitter and Instagram at M4PR_Mel. Also, Mel wanted to give a shout out to her newest client at Stefan Kopechik, who I'm sure I mispronounced, who plays Colossus in Deadpool. Check him out. It's pretty cool. And be sure to follow Todd on Twitter and Instagram at TG11. Thanks for listening, and see you on the next episode of Blockbuster Smash Up.
Let's go home.